a lot of artists, they get lost in the sauce because they're like, oh, bro, I gotta be the best engineer, rapper that mixes and master people. It's like, no. A lot of artists don't even realize when it starts to happen. But somewhere along the journey, a lot of artists stop being artists and they end up becoming engineers without even trying. And you might say, Sky, how could that be a bad thing? I'm not necessarily saying it's a bad thing, but I think it's a conversation we should have. I understand it, right? It starts off small. It's like the engineer didn't get it right. You're tired of paying for these mixes and you're not satisfied with the result, right? Or you're like, nobody knows my sound but me, but you don't know how to engineer your sound that nobody knows. So it goes from that. So you make the decision. You're like, yo, I'm going to learn how to get my sound right. That could be a blessing for some and it could be a curse for others. Hear me out. There's nothing wrong with the artist being able to create their own sound, engineer their own sound. The issue comes into play when a lot of artists start to go away from being artists and focusing on only the engineer things, right? Because there's so many artists that get pulled away from their artistry because they're focused on the technical things, trying to do things the correct way. But when it comes to art, it's art. You know, art is more about feeling. Art is about self expression, and engineering is nothing different than that. But see, a lot of people want engineering to be this one way. Like they want it to be one technique, one thing. Like if you do X, Y, and Z, you're gonna sound good. And it's like you could do X, Y, and Z and still sound bad. You could do X, Y, Z sound good and you don't blow up. You could do X, Y, and Z perfectly and people still won't like you and your music. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, this is one of the dangerous traps that artists fall into all the time. Because once artists start to learn how to record themselves, right, things become easier for them, right? Now they're like, hey, I can mix and master my own vocals now because I know how to record myself good, right? But a lot of artists start to put their music out and their streams don't go up and everything. So that leads them down the rabbit hole of watching mixing tutorial after tutorial, watching plugin review after plugin review, buying new gear that they probably don't need, buying plugins that they don't need, buying templates, buying presets that they don't need. Like artists start to switch over DAWs because they're like, hey, people say this DAW sounds better than the DAW that I'm using. So it's like you start falling into this trap of engineer, right? Like you're learning all the tips, the tricks, all the it's like now you're falling into the engineer trap, right? Where you're learning all the methods, you're learning all the techniques, like you're trying to mix like the pros, you're trying to get the pro mix, and it's like your mixes sound good, but you don't have enough time focused on the artistry anymore, right? You're not having time engaging with fans anymore. You're starting to overthink. You're starting to overanalyze everything that you do because you're like, oh man, my mix don't sound like a Mike Dean mix. My mix don't sound like a goddamn Jason Joshua mix. Oh shit, my mix don't sound like a TZL mix. Oh shit, my mix ain't there. It's not industry. It's not there. It's like there. It's like your mix ain't gonna never be like the ones that you hear on the radio. Your mixes are either gonna be better or they're gonna be worse. Your songs are gonna be better or they're gonna be worse. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of artists stay in this trap. They get engulfed in this mindset of like, hey, like I gotta fit this standard. Like I gotta be the engineer. Like I'm the artist engineer. And it's like artists having to engineer themselves, that's not mandatory. Like you can have an engineer. It doesn't make you less of an artist if you have an engineer, right? But a lot of artists believe that, hey, if I can record myself and I engineer, people will respect me more. People will listen to my music more. And it's like the fans don't care about that. But it's like a lot of artists, they get lost in the sauce because they're like, oh, bro, I got to be the best engineer, rapper that mixes and master people. It's like, no. It's like you're forgetting why you wanted to be an artist in the first place. You wanted to be an artist because you had a different voice. You had a different message that you want to put into the world, right? You wanted to be different. You want to showcase how different you are, how special you are. And you got to take that same mindset, same approach to mixing. It's like, stop trying to mix like somebody else. Like you're not supposed to sound like somebody else. But there's going to be people coping in the comment section below. They're going to be like, but there should be some standard. There should be some this. There should be some that. There should like it's gotta all make. It's like, bro, there's over 80 million songs on Apple Music, hundreds of millions of songs everywhere else, bro. All of those songs are not mixed the same. All of those songs don't sound the same. All of those songs have different quality. They were recorded with different microphones. They were mixed differently. They were mastered differently. They come in at different loudness meters and everything, right? But niggas cope in the comment sections on YouTube all the time. Bro, you gotta compress those vocals a little bit more. And it's like, gang, no. Like, you compress your vocals the way you compress your vocals, bro. Like, how you compress your vocals does not affect my life at all. You know what I'm saying? Just like me, the way that I use auto-tune, mix vocals, record vocals, that don't affect your life at all, bro. Like, that don't take no streams from you. That don't do nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but hey, rock out. But it's like, you gotta remember why you started this artist shit. Like, you're out here doing engineer side quests, bro. Like, you're doing side quests. You're focusing on engineer shit. But see, hold on. It's like, to avoid that trap, you can't go from feeling the music, right? Feeling the energy, putting the vibe into the song to just over analyzing and stressing like, oh man, is the compression settings gonna like be okay? Is the reverb settings gonna be okay? Like what are people gonna say about my de-esser? What are people gonna say about my compression, my EQ? Like, what are people gonna say about my mix bus? It's like, bro, you putting too much on it, bro. It's like you're concerned about your levels, right? When your levels aren't distorting, your levels never, like, I don't know, like, I can see, like, if your music is like shit, like dog shit, like dog water, like if it's just absolute shit, right? That's when you over stress and try to figure out like what's going on, right? But it's like, if your music is good, you get streams, you got over 2,000 monthly listeners, 10,000 monthly listeners, like, you're getting streams, like, people actually fuck with your music, bro. Stop over stressing this fucking mixing shit, bro. It's like, you're meant to be an artist, like, and this video is not for people that are like hobbyists. This video isn't for people that got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, right? This video is literally for people that want to be artists first, right? Like, if you want to be an artist first, you have to move like an artist first, right? You can learn the engineering things, you can do all of that, but it's like, bro, this video is for artists, right? I'm sorry, like, that's just what it is. It's like, because too many people are chasing perfection. They want the perfect mix, they want the perfect master, but it's like, gang, you're not even picking the perfect beats for your voice, for your tone. You're not arranging the song. You're not recording the song the way that you need to record the song. It's like the artistry is missing. And a lot of people love to say AI music is the worst thing possible and AI this, AI that. But it's like, a song that has a great mix, but the performance don't have no soul, don't have no energy. It's like, that's boring. It's like, people want to like be the same or just have this overall engineering standard to the point where people can't really nitpick their quote unquote mix, right? Because it's like, I don't know, it's kind of weird, bro. Because it's like, you're concerned about what other people think about your music. I get that, right? But you're worried about what the wrong people think, right? You should be more concerned with what the fans think, right? But if your music just sounds bad, you would know because people would tell you. It's like, I don't know, bro. It's just one of those things where it's like, a lot of artists don't realize like they're not really being artists anymore. It's like they're becoming engineers, and then they're in denial because they'll be like, I bought all this studio equipment, and if I never make it as an artist, I could make it as an engineer. But it's like, bro, you wasted so much time only trying to learn how to mix your vocals to the point where it's like you don't know how to mix for other people. Because one of the toxic traits that happens that I see what artists do is that artists think they'll know a lot more than somebody else, and then they'll try to engineer for somebody else, and then when that person's like, hey, I want my vocals to sound like X, Y, and Z, that artist can't get out of their own way because their egos in the way. They're like, no, I know more than you. You should listen to me because I mix my vocals like this, so you should mix your vocals like the way I mix them. And it's like, no, bro. Like, being an engineer is actually giving the client what they want, right? Like if they want something that goes against what you believe to be correct, you have to provide that service. You see what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is. It's reality. It's like artists get trapped into this endless cycle of thinking like, hey, I gotta mix good. I gotta be able to engineer. I gotta do this. Like it's cool to be the engineer. It's like I get it, bro. Like it's cool to record yourself, to say you record, you mix, master, did everything yourself, but that don't make you better. You see what I'm saying? That don't make your song better. That don't make your song automatically get 10,000 streams. That don't automatically make you more money off your song because you recorded it, you mixed, you mastered it. Because guess what you still got to do? You got to market it. You got to get people to fuck with it, right? You still got to do more work outside of the recording, mixing, and mastering. And then a lot of artists focus so much on the recording, the mixing, the mastering that they suck at the marketing. Like it's this weird thing, but it's like, I don't know, this is like one of those conversations where it's like, bro, really lock in and figure out what you want. Like, is the mixes really the problem, or is it something else, right? Because the further you go down the engineer rabbit hole, like the further you go away from being an artist. And I know you want to be an artist. That's why you started in the first place. You started because you wanted to be an artist. You wasn't trying to be an engineer. You became an engineer because you didn't want to pay nobody. Or you said, don't nobody know you sound like you, right? You didn't come into this thinking you're going to be an engineer, bro. You know what I'm saying? But for the people that started off as an artist and they switched completely over to being an engineer, that's cool too. Because it's like along the journey, you're going to figure out who you really are. You know what I'm saying? So like it can go either or. Me personally, I never really wanted to be an artist. I just create. I'm a creative. And then I never really wanted to be an engineer. I just like fucking with things and how things sound. So it's like, I don't know. It's like me, I'm rare in this case because it's like I have no strong feelings either way. It's like I don't care. It's like I'm pro creative. So whatever level, whatever stage, whatever type of creative you are, I fuck with it because I just like doing things, expressing like myself differently. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but artists that want to be artists, listen. It's not always about engineering. Like if you learn how to engineer, that's cool. You can have some control, but it's like it's more work to be done. So stop doing the side quests. Stop doing all the engineering side quests. Just learn how to make your music sound good, and then the hard work starts for real. Like building a fan base, trying to make money, going direct to consumer, right? Doing all the good things, right? Trying to perform, try to get your brand out there, your name out there. That's where the work happens. That's where you really blow up, right? Networking, all that, right? Because if you're sitting at home recording, mixing, and mastering all the time and you're not doing no other work outside of that, you'll never make it. And that's just being honest. And I ain't got to have a Grammy to let you know that, right?